Welcome, everyone. I am so excited that you're back on the Tonya Hofmann's Wow TV show. And as always, I have an incredibly exploding wow guest today, Mr. Curtis Banks. Hey, Curtis.
Hey, Tonya, how are you?
Good.
Nice.
So we're going to hear from Kurt. He is brilliant. If you've been trying to figure out what to do with how to make money grow, or how do you save some money, or money in general, he's the guy for you. But before we get over to him, we wanted to remind you that I'm looking for trainers just like you, people that are experts in something. It doesn't have to be anything huge. It can be something even small. But if it's huge, that's even better. But anyways, we want to create passive income for you. So go check it out at wowdable.com, WOWDIBLE.com, for how you could be part of the phone app launching really soon. So Curtis, tell me, what has been like I'm sure you get all kinds of questions from people. What's like the top questions that people ask about money or savings or things like that?
Well, thanks, Tonya. Again, my name is Curtis Banks. I'm a financial educator, wealth mentor, and award-winning author of the book on money management. That is the book on money management, how to build a foundation for wealth. You know, I hear from people all the time, Tonya, and they're about their finances, and whether it's an individual or in a group, there are three themes that tend to pop up in terms of financial challenges. One is debt. People are in debt, they're deep in debt, some are deeper than others, and they're challenged with it. Two, because they're in debt, the second thing I hear a lot about is living paycheck to paycheck. And it doesn't matter how much money you make, if you're deep in debt, and you have more going out than coming in, then you're going to be living paycheck to paycheck. And then the third one is a really, really big deal. And that is they don't see a way out. They don't see a path for getting out of debt, nor out of living paycheck to paycheck. And they feel stuck. Those are the three challenges that I hear the most. And let me tell you, they can be a challenge. It just depends on how deep you are in and whether you're seeking the right kind of help to get out.
Right. I know for even me personally, back in 2007, I was so, when you feel like you're just kind of floating through life because you're in so much debt. We were like, we have got to get control of this. And since 2007, we cut up the credit cards. We said no more to, just that constant, oh yeah, here, let me put it on plastic. I said, if I don't have the money for it, I don't spend it. And It was just a huge shift for us. Do you recommend people do something like that?
Well, I have a slightly different approach, and I'll share more with you about that in a moment. But I want to also share that, like you, in 2007, I had my own personal challenge. During the first 10 years of my career, I had a great position doing what I love to do, and I had an awesome income. But yet, at the end of 10 years, all I had was debt and bills. Lots of debt and lots of bills. So I was deep in debt, right? And I was just, every chance I got, I kept creating more. And eventually I discovered that this wasn't the lifestyle for me, and there had to be a better way. And I chose a different path, right? I chose a path similar to you. I made some different choices. Now, a few things that I've learned since then about, say, credit cards, as an example. I generally don't advise you to cut the card up or to cancel the account. You can cut the card up, but don't cancel the account. And the principal reason for not canceling the account might be, one, is that your credit score history.
Oh yeah, it's
hard.
Right?
So if you cancel the account, part of your history disappears. So your history, it accounts for a percentage of your total score, and you want to keep the history. But there are some strategies you can take, similar to what you did, to reduce your debt and at the same time increase your credit score. So I'd like to think about it as it's a system with lots of parts, and they are interrelated. Your credit score is interrelated with the interest rate that you pay when you borrow money, is also related to the amount of debt that you have and your overall score, and the amount of debt that you have on a card has a relationship, right? So the recommendation is stay under 30% of the utilization of your card. You go above 30% and your credit score goes down. Make sense?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of interrelated parts, and paying down your debt, paying down the utilization by particular credit card or account, making payments on time, they're all very important things to do. And as you're doing those things, both your debt comes down and your credit score goes up.
Love it. Yeah, I know. At the time, we were listening to some particular radio show hosts.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're like, okay, what do we do? I guess let's do what they say to do. And I think that's a way a lot of people are like, they just at that point where they're just ready to do whatever. And not knowing people like you that's out there to help them through it, they just take, whatever they can find and hear, right?
Yes. I find, Tonya, that there's a lot of noise out there about finances and about money. And that noise creates a certain amount of fear on the parts of people, and it causes them to not move. And when they don't move, they do what they always known to do, which is make money, spend money, create debt, and make more money, right? And that's the general system that people get taught growing up. As I was growing up, my parents expressed to me to get a good education, get a good job, and make lots of money. In other words, do better than they did in their careers. And I did that, and I took on that challenge, and I got a good education, got a good job. And for me, what happened after that was much of nothing, except I spent all the money, right?
Yeah.
I got a good education, got a good job, and I was making lots of money, and I spent it. And the system is designed for you to do that. Get a good education, get a good job, make money, and spend it. And then I learned that there's another thing you can do, and that is a whole nother set of strategies. And they are focused around, one, increasing your earning potential. So you always want to continue to increase your earning potential. Two, keep more of the money you make. Be intentional about keeping more of what you make. And then third, growing what you keep. How to grow the money that you keep. And then the fourth is, as you're growing and building wealth, you want to begin to focus on protecting the wealth that you've built.
Nice.
And there are lots of predators out there around that you want to be aware of as you're working on protecting, because that protecting it becomes generational wealth.
Right.
That's the value of protecting it. And there are reasons to do that. And there are reasons that don't generally show up in your education about money in school. So there are three parts of what I just said don't show up in the normal education system around money. One is keeping more of it. Two is growing it. And three is protecting it. Okay,
I wish they did, right? And that's, I think your mission, right, is to get out there and to educate. No matter how old you are, you're still a student and you still need to learn these things.
Right on. Building wealth is a marathon. Creating more income can be a sprint. In other words, you can come up with an idea today, implement it next week, and just watch the money flow in, because the world is connected now through the internet and other technologies, and you have the ability to create massive amounts of income. Now, income doesn't equal wealth. And so then you have to make choices about that income. that allows you to keep more of it, grow it, and then protect it for the long term.
Mhm.
And that's what I do. My mission in life is to help people to keep more of the money they make, grow it, and build wealth so that they can, and their next generation can have peace and less stress in their life, financial peace and less stress in their lives.
Yeah.
Most people today are under tremendous amount of financial stress, unfortunately. Even though they make a great income, they are under tremendous financial stress.
Right. Yeah, one of the things that I started realizing too, because anything that I make to help people with their, some type of service, anything in the past and even up to today with the Public Speaker Association, Wowdable, my whole focus is how do I help that person make more money, right? Because usually that's their challenge, especially if they're an entrepreneur, or just even if they're an employee, how to make extra money, right? But then they usually don't know what to do with it. And then they go and spend it on something that will never make them money, that it will only make them spend the money because they get all caught up in the rhetoric. And I hear a lot of that with financial advisors. People get caught up in the rhetoric.
Yes. There are a couple of instances that most people can relate to. One is the lottery winner. Typically, a person who wins the lottery is playing the lottery because they are in debt today and living paycheck to paycheck, and they are looking for a way out. However, that's not what typically happens. The lottery winner, whether it's 10 million or 20 million, will more than likely in 5 years lose it all. And many of them will file bankruptcy. And there's a real simple reason why. And that is they didn't have financial education before they won the lottery. They didn't get financial education after they won the lottery. And so what they will do with the money that they make from the lottery is the same thing they did with the money they had before the lottery. They were deep in debt and living paycheck to paycheck.
Right.
And it doesn't matter how much money they get from the lottery, they'll get back to where they were, paycheck to paycheck and deep in debt. And what the lottery winnings will enable them to do is to get in the debt faster and deeper, right? Because they'll have more money. So they'll go out and buy more expensive things that have high costs associated with them. And they won't realize it until it's too late.
I see that with a lot of entrepreneurs and speakers is I ask them, why are they wanting to be an entrepreneur? What do they want to happen? And a lot of them have success stuck with an object versus an outcome, right? And I see that over and over again. So people are always chasing an object. What is that going to really do for you if you get that diamond ring or that big boat or, the ginormous house, whatever it is, you're then still in the same and a lot of times worse predicament.
Yes. The things are never the right objective. There are bigger reasons for why we get up and go to work every day. And we want for every person to discover what that bigger reason is. And then that gives you something to focus on for the money that you make. So your bigger reason is where your money should be going. That make sense?
Oh, yeah.
And when your time, focus, resources are aligned toward your bigger reason, you'll feel better about what you do. And you'll find that the money that you keep and invest to go into the bigger reason, it's more rewarding at the end of the day. And it's less likely that you'll have to file for bankruptcy.
Right. I love this. So tell us, I know you've got something fun to give everyone that are listening. You should be all listening. You should be contacting them and you'd be like, oh my gosh, I got to know Curtis like now. But you can have something for them. What is that?
Well, I pride myself on teaching what may seem to be complex or not well known and bringing it into very simple, focused kind of topic where people can absorb it and understand it, and then they can start taking steps toward the right direction. So most recently, I share with you, I wrote the book on money management, How to Build a Foundation for Wealth. And most recently, I published a booklet that is called Money That Grows. Now, with this, the idea of helping you to understand why it's important to keep more of your money and what are some of the things you can do starting now to keep more of your money and to grow it, and why it's important to grow it, and what are some of the things you can do to effectively grow your money. And I'm making this available for free to your audience today. And it is well written, very well laid out, and you can start taking steps today. And along with this, I'll issue a challenge to everyone who's listening. And it's my $7 a day challenge, right? So you get the article for free. What I'm going to ask you to think about and to do is save $7 a day. Now, when I say save, that means that's $7 that you won't spend somewhere. You're going to keep it. And where you choose to keep it, it's up to you. You can put it in a bank, or you can just keep it. You can put it into a CD or wherever you choose to put it. But just find $7 a day. Now, I know you can find $7 a day, right?
Yeah, I just don't buy my Starbucks drink that day.
Yeah, it's just $7 a day. And you do that every day for the next 30 days, and you have a habit. And for those who say, I don't make enough money to save, stop saying it and just keep $7 a day that you don't spend. And just watch how, then read the article, read the booklet, and then the next step is you just start doing what it says.
Nice. Love that. See, everybody can do that. You can do that. You know, how easy is that? I know a lot of you are going, but I'm like, yeah, stop with the buts and just get going. I mean, truly, this is why his last name is Banks, right?
Absolutely. Oh, and you know, this is really cool. My name is Curtis Banks. My company is Money Smart Education. I wrote the book on money management, and I live in Prosper, Texas.
That's awesome. See, there's a reason.
You can't make this stuff up, right?
Yeah, I know there was this. It was a house. This is totally off the subject, but I was looking at houses way a long time ago, and it was the name of the street was like Poor Man Street or something. I'm like, I'm not going to live on a poor man street.
Good choice.
Yeah, right. Oh, I love it, love it. All right, everyone. So get connected with Curtis. You know you need to. You know it's time for you to make a change. I know for me, you know, I have learned a long time ago, you get much smarter people like Curtis around you that fill in those holes so that you make good decisions in life. And that's really what it is. That's how you move forward, and you move forward a lot quicker. So get connected with Curtis. I also want to remind you to run over to wildable.com and then take advantage of the offer to be one of our trainers. I would love to help you get connected to a whole group of people that would have never known you around the world, and then make some passive income. So that's always good.
And Tonya, the best way to reach me is curtisbanks360.com. That is Curtis, C-U-R-T-I-S, Banks, B-A-N-K-S, 360.com. And I highly recommend Wildable.
Oh, thanks, Curtis. He's going to be one of our stars, too. So, yay. All righty, everybody. We will see you next time. Remember to share this video and get Curtis connected to all kinds of amazing people. And if you don't know me yet, reach out and say hello, and let's have some fun. Let's go out and change the world from the front of the room and your bank account, too. Right, Curtis?
Right on.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.